everyone, welcome to another edition of PaperRenee.com. Today we're going to be making a Thinking of You card, and I'm going to be using this really cute paper from Cosmo Cricut called Little Girl's Biography Collection. It's an 8x8 set of papers, and it's really made to go into one of their little 8x8 albums. It's got a sticker sheet with letters, which is really cute too. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use just these papers. And the first thing I did was I cut a strip off of several of the papers that was half an inch long. For this card, I'm going to be using a craft colored cardstock, and it's a standard size card. And actually, it's going to be landscape like this. It's 5.5 by 4 1/4. And I cut these little paper strips down. I'm going to place them on here. Okay, that's kind of how they're going to go. And then I just went along and made like different points. Like some of them I gave them points, some of them I made them look like ribbons, some I just cornered off, and then one is just straight. And I'm going to adhere these down on the card just using my ATG gun. Okay, I just put them on there randomly. They're not equal. They're just a little whimsical. It doesn't matter that they don't line up. That's okay. That's kind of the look I'm going for. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do my sentiment. I'm going to use one of these. This is something I got on clearance, and I've used it so much. It's from Hampton Arts Cling sets, and I like them because they're a little bit bigger. They just say happy birthday, thank you, hello. I'm going to use one that says thinking of you, and I'm going to use embossing powder on this. So the first thing I'm going to do is wipe it off with a dryer sheet so that the embossing powder won't stick where I don't want it to. And whenever you emboss, you use Versamark ink. I'm going to try to center this because I may end up cutting it down some. Center it as best I can. And I think I moved. Let's see. Nope, that looks okay. Alright. Versamark is great ink for this because it stays wet longer, and so it will give your embossing powder or your like glitter, if you want to put glitter on there, it'll give that a chance to get on there before you have to dry it. Alright, now I need my heating gun. Okay, I'm going to try to straighten it out a little bit. It always warps it a little bit. But there we go. That's going to be alright because I'm going to cut it down and then put it down here in a minute, so it doesn't matter that is a little bit wonky right now. Okay, for the next component of my card, I used my Cricut machine and the Storybook cartridge, and I cut out this flower. It is on page 36. I cut out the shadow in that darker red, and then the flower in this kind of really pretty bluey green color. And I'm just going to use some Tombow Mono multi-glue and glue the flower onto the background. You don't need a lot of this glue. It really sticks. I love this glue. And it dries clear, so if you get it where you don't really mean to, that is okay. Now the other thing I kind of noticed whenever I did this is, like, I don't know why the Cricut machine never does circles that are not wonky. So be sure you line up the shadow with the correct side, just like that. Okay, I took my paper trimmer and I cut this down. That was too wide the way that I had it. And I'm going to take my flower and I'm going to cut it in half. This is kind of a big flower. I don't want all of it on there. So I'm going to find like a pretty spot kind of in the middle. Cut it in half. Okay, and it's going to go on the card right here with like the little tag under it. The other thing I'm going to do to the tag is I am going to cut some of it off. It's too long. And I'm going to make like a little flag shape on the end. That was too big too. Just like that. Okay, I'm going to put that on with dimensional adhesive. with dimensionals as well. Let's see. Yeah. Making sure I got it where I want it. Let's see. Just like that. I'm going to take my crocodile corner chomper and I'm going to corner around these top ends using the 1/2 inch. Ooh. Okay, there we go. That is the card. Thank you for watching and you guys have a great day. Bye.